ready for my agenda for today? Yes, you want to know what's on my agenda, don't you, huh? Look, but let me say this. Y'all look pretty as a picture. Yes, you do. Oh, baby. And I love a good old picture. That takes me back. Do y'all remember picture day back in school? Yes, don't we all? See, those days was special, okay? And I love a picture. Let me say that. Let me pull up a few of my pictures for back in the day. Little bitty Jennifer. See, you see me? That's little bitty Jennifer. I don't know how old I was here, but I used to always tell my mama, braid my hair long, mama, braid my hair long, okay? That's where the braids came in. I had a little bang, and then I had to have the bows. My sister would know better. I think I was a good maybe 5 here. I was always tall for my age. But I still got my teeth. Come on, pull up another one. There you go, that's what the teeth are missing here. But I had my 2 little pigtails, and my sister used to do my hair and put the little balls up there at the top in the bow rats. Remember the bow rats, like? Baby, that was the little girl fashion. That was back when the world was surrounded by this. That's little baby Jennifer with a whole top knot today, okay? And back then, it takes me back, because back then when I was little, I used to go to Sears modeling school. So I think right here I am smizing with the eyes. You see it? You see? Little Jennifer she said, yes, you know. Okay, now right here, hold on, y'all. I clearly did not know that it was picture day. Don't act like picture day. You know every blue moon it sneak up on you. And you go to school like, is what? It's picture day. You can't tell me that's not what my face is saying right here. And clearly they did not braid my hair long that day, okay? But I did have a few beads. Oh my God. And that's baby Jennifer Hudson right there once again. I had my little bob. I was ready for the moment, at least I think I was. You know, that was a silent confidence, I want to say right there, okay? First of all, let me say, I am so grateful to have these photos. That's why I'm a picture fanatic now, because we could take a picture every day, all day now, but back then, baby, you had 24 frames, okay? And so we didn't have a lot of pictures growing up. So I take a picture of my kid every day. Like, so what I love about this is from high school. This is when I was, like 17 years old. I was getting ready to graduate from high school, and this reminded me, not a picture day, but it reminded me of the first time I got suspended. Let me say this. Hold on. The first and only time I ever got suspended, and it was my mother's fault, okay? Not in a good way. I was being obedient. I listened to my mama. Yes, ma'am. Look, and I was in high school, and this girl kept picking on me, y'all. She just kept picking on me. So, of course, I went home and I told my mom, I'm like, this girl keeps bothering me every day. And she was like, well, if you want to fight somebody, you ain't going to stand there and talk. And if you make an example out of somebody one good time, they won't bother you no more. Right? So I said, yes, ma'am. And I went to school the next day, and that same girl came over to bother me, and all I heard was my mama say, all you gotta do is make an example out of somebody one good time. And I said, bam! And knocked her out. And then when I got home, I was like, well, mama, I did what you said, dude. Okay, but my mama was right, because that girl never bothered me again. Okay? Now, I'm saying that to say to young folks, don't you be out there fighting young people. I ain't telling you to fight, but you should listen to your mama, and that's all I did. Okay? And I never got suspended again, but I had a great, you see, I graduated. You got to see the class photo, right? Listen. Oh, my goodness. Look. But this is amazing. Y'all got to see this clip of this baby. He got ready for his class picture, but it didn't go exactly as him and his mother planned. Check it out.
All right. Next week is picture day. How are you gonna smile? That's how you're gonna smile? Smile, they're gonna say cheese. How are you gonna do it? Cheese.
What happened? I know his mother was like, now, I know we rehearsed this, young man, what happened? But I'm assuming maybe it was the other kids' influence, because these kids got to feel tough. Don't ask me what happened. Here, listen, that is hilarious. Okay, here's another one where this picture went viral for the first day of school picture, too. Apparently this little guy wasn't feeling he had a mood on him because he didn't like his haircut. Hair is very important and how we look, so look. But he ain't gonna never forget this moment when he get older. That is for sure, because you know we get pressed when we look back on those little young photos. But he was upset about his hair. You know we all have bad hair days, guys. That's why we gotta listen to our babies on how they want their hair. Yes, you always wanna love your hair in photos, and this is Picture Perfect. Today is National Love Your Hair Day. Yes, it is. We partnered with It's10 Hair Care to give an incredible small business owner in our audience a surprise hair makeover. Where's Dayana Taylor? Dayana, are you in the house, Taylor? Come on down, girl. Happy to have you here. Yes, you got a crew up in here. You're from Chicago like me.
We are, yes.
That is amazing. So tell us about your program.
Absolutely. So I'm the owner of Mom Care Oasis, and we help busy, overwhelmed, stressed out moms with wellness strategies that work.
I love that. Us mothers need that.
We do.
Let's see. So you help celebrate other mothers now. I know you're a mom and you do a lot of things. So we would like to do a little something for you. We get to style your hair. You get to have your moment because you look out for other mothers. Is that okay if we do that? Courtesy of It's10. So I want you to take your fabulous self because you work hard. My mama said if you work hard, you should play hard. You deserve to just the same. We appreciate you for what you do. I'm a working mom myself. So I want you to get up. And I want you to enjoy your hair treatment, and we'll see you a little later in the show. Give her a hand. I wonder what Josh Groban hair looks like. He is here today. We'll be right back. Our first guest is an incredible Grammy-nominated singer and actor. Please welcome the amazing Josh Groban.
Wow.
I have to say.
You are too kind. You are too kind. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to have you back for season 3.
Season 3, congratulations.
Can you believe it?
And it feels like, I feel like you've obviously been a part of our musical lives for many years, but it feels like you've also been a part of our television lives for longer than 3 years. I feel like you've been infused in our lives for longer than that. Only 3 years. It's incredible what the show has accomplished.
Thank you. So it's because of guests like you.
Well, been here since 1.
Wow, thank you for that, and thank you for coming back again.
Always.
Let's get into you and all your fabulousness. You were on Broadway.
I was.
The last time.
Last time I saw you, I was about. Yeah, I was.
Look at this. Congrats.
Thank you. I was about to embark on a dream run of Sweeney Todd, which is a show that, for those of us that, very dark. I'm a very lighthearted person, so taking on the role of a murderer was one that is better than therapy. Let me tell you, like doing that, like going out there and singing Sondheim's just absolutely one of his most magnificent scores every night. The hardest I ever worked, but the greatest community in the world.
That is true.
The Broadway theater community, they are the hardest working, the most incredible. And so, yeah, I mean, I was just covered in fake blood every day and just, but having toured my whole life almost, having a place to go every single day where I knew where I was inviting people to our theater and our house every day. I loved the discipline of it, the routine of it, and of course the music of it. It made me so happy. But now I'm on the other side of it, and I'm glad to be back on the West Coast.
You are. You did well too.
Did it for a year. Yeah.
A whole year.
Yeah, I did 300 shows. That's stamina.
You're so modest because he was also nominated for a Tony.
I was nominated for a
and a Grammy.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. a huge honor to be in that company.
Yes.
I mean, it's like I said. I mean, these are some of the most talented people I've ever had the pleasure of being around, and I learn and I grow from being around them. I always try to find things in my life and in my career that continue to scare me.
Yes.
And certainly, whenever you do theater, that is
It
just
can
there's
get
nothing.
scary.
There's nothing to hide behind, and it is. As you know, you grow a lot. So yeah, I was happy to be part of it. Thank
Spoken
you.
like a true actor, that is for sure. I understand. I can relate to that. For
Yeah,
sure.
I know you can.
And you spent a lot of time in New York while doing this, right?
I did, yeah. I was there for the whole year, and I've been there off and on for like the last 15 or 16 years, and I love New York. I'm from LA. I mean, this is home for me, but I always come back home. But New York has such an incredible energy. I go out the door, I turn left, I turn right, and there's always something to enrich your day. There's always somebody that you talk to, always something creative, something good to eat. It's just there's life all around you. In LA, you got to get in your car and sit in traffic and find the things.
That's the difference,
Which
huh?
I also love to do. It's nice to just zone out and listen to NPR and you do your thing. But
what was the most New York thing that happened to you while you were in New York?
Well, New York, I always think of, because in LA, like I say, you're driving a lot. You're not having a lot of conversations with strangers in LA. In New York, you're constantly talking to people. You're bumping into people. I take the train a lot in New York. I sat next to somebody on the train who told me, excuse me, I don't want to bother you, but I'm a cardiac anesthesiologist, and your music really helps put my patients to sleep when I'm about to perform open heart surgery. And I'm like, thank you.
Thank you. Right. What are you saying?
Well, I mean, it's great. I'm happy that I'm very calming. I hope I'm not the last thing they hear ever. But then I started talking to her, like, what's it like working in the hospital doing that kind of work? And she would tell me about the kind of procedures that she's doing. And then, it's like, well, this is my stop. Okay, well, thank you for your great work, doctor. And and thanks for tell your patients thank you. And then you move on.
Then you move on.
Yeah, but that to me is New York for me. Yeah,
that sounds like New York, because you can get a bit of everything.
You're bouncing. I had a shrink once that said, we're happiest when our souls are bouncing off of other souls. And
That's a good way to look at it.
And we see perspective in our lives when we get to bounce, when we get to have that bounce. And in New York, I found that in LA, you got to go out and you got to find the bounce.
Yes.
In New York, that bounce is whether you want it or not. It is happening all around you. But it opens up your lens and it helps you see the world a little wider. And so that's my favorite thing about New York. Yeah.
I love that about you, that you're so open in that way. Now, I know you got this cute little dog named George.
Georgie.
Oh my goodness, you take him everywhere
Little
with you.
George, yeah, we love George. We're dancing in the kitchen.
I love
He
it.
is not pleased, I don't think, that that's happening, but yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he waits for, I had a few glasses of wine. He waits for scraps. He's so funny. He likes vegetables.
Really?
This dog is, I think, a vegetarian at heart. He wants little carrot pieces, celery, broccoli. This is a 1-year-old dog that just can't wait to crunch on the most boring raw vegetables known to man. But he makes dogs are just the best. He makes me happy. I get to wake up to that every day. He loves socks.
He's a homebody. He loves socks and vegetables. And he's a homebody.
He's a homebody, absolutely. Like the streets of New York for him. He's like the nerdy kid in school with the tape on his glasses. Like he's got the pocket protector. He's special. Yeah.
I love it.
But
and
we
his
love
name is
George.
George.
And his name
Oh,
is
George. Okay. I love George. I got a cute little clip of George that I want to share with y'all. Look at this.
George loves Dad's mouth trumpet.
I love it. Is he a little musician?
Apparently. Who among us has not done the mouth trumpet for their dog every now and then? When he was little, I used to, and he was like, oh man. He would become possessed and he would just start kissing me like crazy when I would do the mouth trumpet.
Oh.
He does like music. He loves reggae. We listen to reggae at the house.
Is that his favorite genre of music?
I think reggae is his favorite style of music. It's one of mine too, but I put it on in the house a lot, and he just, he loves it. Like his little tail, his little butt wiggles, and his little tail goes, and I haven't brought him to the studio yet.
Okay.
So I'll test his love of music when I start making new music.
Well, bring him by to see us.
And I'll
We would
bring him
love
by
to
to
see
the-
him because I love him. Animals. What would Josh? We'll be right back. We're back with Josh Groban. Oh my goodness. So you love giving back to students. Can you tell us about your foundation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm here because I'm a product of a great arts education in my life. I was lost inside myself in school. I was really shy. My grades weren't great. It was a choir teacher that pulled me out of the back and said, hey, I want to give you an opportunity to share your voice. I wouldn't have done it because I was too shy, but it was that moment that made me realize that there was actually a voice in me that I wasn't using to express myself, to discover who I was. And even if I didn't go into the music business professionally, I would have looked to that moment as the moment where I felt fully like myself.
Yes.
And so my foundation, Find Your Light, we're making sure that places that need them all across the country have access, students have access to those same kind of aha artistic moments, because we've learned that it's a tool that can help young students access themselves at a very divisive time, especially now, and needs it more than ever. So yeah, so we're doing a big gala concert this year and raising a lot of money.
I love that so much. Like you spoke on the arts, and in schools, it makes all the difference. So anything we could do to support the kids so they can find their artistry or have a safe place to be able to go to and find themselves.
My favorite thing, we talk about people talking to me in the street. My favorite thing is when people come up to me who aren't in the arts. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're whatever else, and they'll say to me, man, it was my arts teacher. It was that moment where I had a paintbrush, I had a singing teacher, I had something where I felt like myself for the first time in my whole life. And then it gave me the foundation to go off and do whatever else I wanted to do. And it's the first thing to get cut in every school. It's the first thing to get cut. People think of it, they think of it as an extracurricular, it's a silly thing. And the math is showing that it's actually helping graduation. It's helping home life. It's helping students become better leaders in their communities. So we're doing all we can at Find Your Light to make sure that anytime a program reaches out to say, hey, we need this funding to make sure that this teacher stays, this program stays, these kids get to use that voice, that we can say yes to that. So we're having a great time at Find Your Light, being able to say yes as often as we can to those
Thank
programs.
you so much for that. It is so necessary. I was one of those kids, a product of those things, you know, the arts. So I'm all for it. Now, speaking of the arts and music, are you working on a new album?
I am working on new music, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I am working on new music. You know, I was doing some writing while I was doing Sweeney Todd. You get a lot of time in your dressing room to kind of write, so there's a lot of songs that are kind of half finished and fully demoed and all that. And I think I'm probably gonna like release at some point in the next year kind of like a best of, like a retrospective of things that I've done, and release a few new songs with that as well, and continue to get in the studio to work on new stuff, because there's a lot to say, and a lot of people I'm enjoying collaborating with. And it's a great time. There are no rules right now in music.
That is true.
There are so many different styles and cross-pollinations, and so I'm excited.
We're excited. Now, I know you're an amazing performer and singer and all of those things, but I hear you want to get your pilot license?
I have been working. Yes.
Really?
Anybody who has seen my interviews,
I can see that for you.
You know, it's like a left brain, right brain thing. Like I've got an organized mess going on up here, and when you're flying an airplane, you don't want to have any kind of mess.
No, we don't. Okay.
So I was working getting my pilot's license, and then COVID hit, and it's like I had to take a break from that. And so, you know, at some point, I think I'll get back into it, but I'm not sure that anybody would fly with me. So it's a lonely thing, just flying yourself, and I'm a great passenger. So we'll see if I continue to do that. My mom is like, just stay on the ground. Let's
stay on the ground.
Yeah, my mom. So you know, we'll see. But yeah, no, there's so many, you know, so many great pilots out there, and
yeah, but they don't sing like you do, Josh. I think if you sang to your passengers, we would fly with them, right?
Put some reverb on the intercom.
Could you imagine? Welcome to your flight. Your voice singing it. Listen, I'm pitching you, and I think that would be.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Do you see that? This would be.
Buckle your seatbelts. Yeah, to nobody, because again, only George will be sitting next to me on that flight, and he'll just be doing the little kind of West Island Terrier like head tilt. Yeah, maybe one day. We'll see.
Well, I hope so. And hopefully you'll bring George to see us next time.
I will
Tell George to say hi.
Definitely bring George.
Thank you for being here.
Of course, always a pleasure.
Go to our website for more information on Josh's Find Your Light Foundation and how to get tickets to Find Your Light benefit concert for artist education. We'll be right back. Early in the show, we surprised a small business owner, Dayona Taylor, with a hair makeover courtesy of It's a 10 Hair Care. Joining us is It's a 10 CEO founder Carolyn Erickson to learn more about what these products do. Thank you so much for being here.
Such a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I cannot wait to learn more about the products and what they do.
Absolutely, but also celebrating National Love Your Hair Day. That's what this is all about.
Yes, because it's so important, our hair, right?
It's our crown, you know, and it's such an important part of how we feel. I used to be a hairdresser. I stood behind the chair for 18 years. I've been in this industry 41 years. And honestly, I think it's the best industry in the world because it's actually empowering people to really just feel amazing.
Wow, we're so grateful to have you here for this. Tell us what makes It's a 10 products so great.
Well, you know, It's a 10 hair care was started 18 years ago. I said I actually was a hairdresser first. Standing behind the chair for all those years, touching thousands of heads, using thousands of products, and really my own frustration. Products didn't do what they said or said what they did. And so I really set out to create a very multifunctional, easy-to-use product that literally, when you pick up the bottles, they work. They're true miracles. And really, the products themselves are based with natural ingredients, but they're for all hair types. From day one, 18 years ago, we were inclusive, long before that word was even around. So.
Yes. This is good and necessary. I'm loving all of this. Okay, are we ready to see Dayona's hair? Okay, come on out, Dayona. Where is she? Look at her. She's really fabulous. You see this? Wow. I love this for you. Big Carolyn.
I love it.
Welcome.
Girl, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Like, for real.
Listen, please, we gotta know about this. We have to. Okay, I could see the way you came out, your walk. Did you notice how her strut changed? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Right? How are you feeling?
Amazing and shocked, but so good because I do this for so many women in my community, and then the tables got flipped to me.
Yes, it did. It did, you know, and how do you feel seeing her just form into?
You know what? The transition. When you literally, like, when you came out, your face is gorgeous. There's no,
yes.
You could have your hair in a bun and look fabulous, but honestly, the bounce. The bounce of the curls came in her walk, didn't
love
it?
it.
As
The
she came
smile on
out,
her face.
So, yes, yeah,
You
you
know-
look incredible.
Thank you.
Now, I want to know from you, how do you balance your small business and raise a family all in one?
It's difficult, as any, you know, working mom would know.
Yes.
But it's about
This is the family.
it's about harmony, you know, and it's about actually showing up in genuine spaces to say when I need a break.
Yes.
And not feel ashamed to say that. And I know when a mom is well, her family is well, her community is well. So that's why I do what I do, and we give away so many things to other moms just to let them know it's okay, sis. You don't have to be Superwoman. She doesn't exist. That's right. Just be you.
I love that. We need to hear more of that, and we need more hair products like this.
Absolutely.
And moments like this.
Thank you.
So thank you both for advocating for all of that and being examples to it. And for us as women, well, It's a 10 is committed to giving back to other women-owned businesses. So in honor of National Love Your Hair Day, we're giving you a year's supply of product and $10,000. Yes, we did, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Here you go. I can think of someone more deserving. What does this mean to you?
This is everything. You know how many mommies can be helped? Oh, thank you. We're excited.
I love this. Thank you, Carolyn, for everything.
It's such a pleasure. You're doing amazing things. Continue to do it. It's absolutely empowering.
And it's so necessary.
So necessary.
It's so necessary. Thank you, Carolyn, for what you're doing.
It's my
And then the way we want to help other mothers and women and things like that, because we put out a lot. So to see you being rewarded and to see us feeling beautiful and catered to and help, it's so important. All right, listen, I'm too into this. Okay, to celebrate National Love Your Hair Day from now until October 14th, you can shop 50% off of It's a 10 products on their website. Our whole studio audience, oh my God, is going home with some of It's a 10 products today. And I need mine. Thank you, Dayona, and thank you, Carolyn, people like this. Take a look.
I'm Billy Green from El Barrio, New York, born and raised.
I have been teaching for over 21 years.
I always tell people the only way I will come out of the classroom is in a casket.
I truly believe I was born to be a teacher. I am proud to be 2023 New York State Teacher of the Year and a leader and role model to my community. At the age of 12, I experienced homelessness and my family lived on the streets. At the same time, I was coming out as gay. I was misunderstood. I was told that I wouldn't be successful. Yet, I became a teacher and I wanted to make sure no other students ever experience those type of sayings. In my class, students have optimal voice. My students come in with different genders, races, classes. But one thing I know, they will always feel included.
My teaching doesn't end when the school year ends.
You might get me for chemistry, you might get me for physics, but you just became my lifelong mentee.
As my mother would say, Rosa Pagan, I will walk through a fire with gasoline underwears on for my students.
My kids want to be doctors, lawyers, presidents. They're kids that are dreaming. They're kids that are hoping. And then when they come into Billy Green's class, those dreams definitely become a reality.
From Harlem, New York, please welcome Billy Green. Yes. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for all you do.
And thank you for being fabulous.
Thank you.
Wow, look at those nails.
I was looking at your nails.
Yes.
We're having a nail moment right now. Oh my
Nail
goodness.
moment.
Congratulations for being New York's Teacher of the Year.
Honor. It's an
How
honor.
did you feel when you found out that you were Teacher of the Year?
So first, in 2019, I was the New York State Teacher of the Year finalist. And then I went to Randolph, A. Philip Randolph, my happy place in Harlem.
I love that, your
And
happy
I
place.
found my home. After 20 years of teaching all over the city, I came back to home, Harlem. And those kids inspired me and renominated me. And in 2023, with just 1 year in the building, they knew I was the one.
Come on.
And parents, students, elevated me to become the 2023 New York State Teacher of the Year. Yes.
I love your passion about teaching. What is your favorite thing about your job?
Oh, the kids.
The kids.
The kids. The inspiration I get from the kids, the motivation,
Yes.
right? Just coming in every single day and seeing 150 sets of eyes look at me with so much love, I know I have to show up every day
Yes.
and show out.
Yes. And that's why you're the Teacher of the Year, honey. That has to make you feel so amazing. You're a proud member of the LGBTQ plus community, and tomorrow is National Coming Out Day.
You already know.
Okay. What message would you like to share about that?
You know, I want everyone in the world to understand that my mother and my father and my family was very supportive. But not everyone has the opportunities to come out. And people need to allow others to come out when they are safe. It is not only a safe room, but you have to have a brave body and a safe space to come out into the world.
That is true.
And this is why it's important National Coming Out Day, because it gives us visibility.
Right.
People that have had the opportunity of coming out. But I also want to give a shout out, right, to the ballroom community.
Yes.
And the fact that ballroom is doing what they need to do. They are out here supporting, mentoring, creating the spaces that LGBTQ plus IA need. And that's what it's all about for us.
That's right. And you guys are paving the way for that. Woo! Well, let's see what your students have to say.
Thank you for inspiring inspiring me to be who I am and stand up for myself. Without you, I've not made it to Barnard.
I really appreciate your ability to use your own stories to connect with your students and engage them in science and allow them to feel safe and welcomed within your classroom.
Keep being you and being a blessing on others. Thank you and I love you.
You never cease to amaze me. I admire your creativity, your tenacity, and your overall good spirit of a person.
Thank you for always inspiring me and making me a better teacher.
I hope that you know how proud we are of you. Thank you for all of your hard work with our students and with the LGBTQ community.
You know I call you my daughter's school dad because as a parent, I see you show up for her each and every day. Words cannot express to you how much I truly appreciate all that you do for her.
You have been an incredible inspiration in my life for over 21 years. You, sir, are an absolute legend and a rock star.
Come on. Listen, we may have another surprise for Billy. Yes, we're not done yet. Not at all. We'll be right back. We're back with high school teacher Billy Green. Okay, you're inspiring me, okay? Aren't y'all inspired by it?
You inspired me.
Listen.
You're some of my inspiration.
I love, thank you so much. I love the motivation and the passion that you give. So I'm curious to know, who inspired you?
You know, my mentors, right? But I am a product of the greatest teachers of all time. I will say that.
Yes.
I went to a high school, the High School for Leadership and Public Service. And I remember we were a brand new building. We were by the World Trade Center. We were across the street, actually, from the World Trade Center, the original World Trade Center before 9/11. And these teachers came in very dedicated, motivated. I always remember Alicia can tell me because I had a love for math. I had a love for science. And in Miss Cantelmi's class, she was not like me. I'm very fanfare all over the place. She was very strict, to the point, get the stuff done, and so forth. And I got a 99 and 100 on my Regents. And I've never been able to thank her after that. Because
that stayed with you?
And that has stayed with me all of my teaching career. I've always wanted to see what she has done after she retired. So as soon as she did all this stuff and got all these 100% pass rates and everything, she retired. And then she cut herself off from the world.
Oh, so you haven't heard from her at all?
Not at all.
But she stayed on your heart?
She stays in my heart, my mind, and my soul.
That is a beautiful thing. That shows you how much people who mentor you and inspire you stays with you.
Yeah.
Well, we spoke to Miss Alicia can tell me, and she sent you a little message. Yes, she did.
Hi, Billy Green. I heard you've been looking for me, but I'm a Jersey girl now. I am so proud of you, and I am so happy that there are people like you out there. Your kindness to your students will pay off forever and ever. It's still paying off, the fact that you remembered me. I'm very flattered. I'm also very happy that you have achieved such a wonderful level of success, and keep up the good work. You really deserve the best.
Oh! Wow! How does that make you feel?
Wow! Oh my God, that is Miss Can't Tell Me, y'all. You can't tell her nothing.
You are amazing. Now, I don't know if you know this, but today is National Love Your Hair Day.
Hey.
Yes, your hair is fabulous. It's all about loving yourself and celebrating everyone and impacting change. You've embodied that. So our friends at It's a 10 want to give you a year's supply of product and $10,000. Yes, just for you. Here you go, Billy. You are amazing. Listen, keep doing what you do.
Oh, thank you.
How does this make you feel?
This, as I said, being homeless, being disenfranchised, being marginalized, this is something for my people. As I say, I am Puerto Rican, Black, Italian, gay, ghetto, a hot mess, and always ready for what's next. And this will help me in my classroom and in my space. Thank you.
You are fabulous is what you are. Thank you for what you're doing and continue to shine. And thank you to It's a 10. We'll be right back.